Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we'll be looking at all of our Tuesday MLB games we have coming up for Tuesday, April 29th. We're going to completely break down every single matchup today and try to predict the outcome. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And we'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree, drop them below and I'll make sure to respond to every single one of them. We're going over every game, every single day, all throughout the Major League Baseball season. And we also have all the news going on in the other sports. We have the college football spring portal, transfer portal right now. We have the NFL draft just got done. We go over every game every week for the NFL and the college football seasons as well. If you're a sports fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join one of our member groups, click on the link pinned down below and you can sign up there. We have 15 games in total today. Every single team is playing. We are now in our 5th week of the Major League Baseball season. Let's go ahead and get started running through these games. The very first one we have kicking things off at 6:10 p.m. We're going to have the 13-16 Minnesota Twins coming off of a win yesterday versus the 15-13 Cleveland Guardians. Both of these teams are in the AL Central. Minnesota right now, they're 4th. Cleveland is 2nd in the AL Central. Minnesota's going to be the underdog, 39.3% chance to win. Cleveland has a 60.7% chance to win. They're also the Vegas favorite, 1.5 run favorite. The over here is 8.5. The Guardians come in, they're minus 155. The Twins are plus 130. If you haven't heard, Twins have been playing really good baseball for about the last 10 games. They were a lot of games under 500. They're slowly starting to chip their way back up. This team was much better than the way they started out the season playing. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of heat right now on the coaching staff. They've gotten the team to rally the wagons, playing a lot better. Cleveland, one of the better teams this season playing. Right now you have the Minnesota Twins driving 3.8 runs a game, hitting 226, 21 home runs, 17 stolen bases, giving up 3.64 runs per game. And on the other side, the Guardians driving 4 runs a game, hitting 237. A lot of power here, 30 home runs, 19 steals, giving up 4.37 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup for the Twins, we have Chris Paddock going. Not the best open to his career. Right now for his career, 4.2 ERA. So far this season, really rough first 5 starts, 0-3 record, 6.45 ERA, 22.1 innings, 20 strikeouts, a lot of walks, giving up 13 walks, putting too many guys on base here. With Cleveland, they're going to have Tanner Beebe going. This guy had a really good season last year, 3.87 ERA, 12-8 record. Not the best start for him as well, but at least you know that overall, this is a strikeout pitcher, young pitcher. He has a lot of promise. 2-2 record, 5.19 ERA, 26 innings, 20 strikeouts. Give me Cleveland to pull off the win here to get things back on track to cover the spread, and I'm actually going to go with the over this game. And then our next game that we're going to be looking at 6:35 p.m., we have the 17-12 New York Yankees, first place in the AL East. They'll be visiting the 11-17 Baltimore Orioles. Right now in the AL East, they sit at 5th place. The Orioles beat the Yankees yesterday, but the Yankees have a 60.7% chance to win this game. Baltimore, a 39.3. The Yankees come in 1.5 run favorites. The over here is going to be 7.5. The Yankees are minus 155. The Orioles are plus 130. The Yankees continue to score a lot of runs. They sit number 2 in baseball for total home runs. They have a top 3 overall offense, drafting 5.5 runs a game, hitting 262, 45 home runs in total, 22 steals, giving up 3.69 runs per game. Don't forget, preseason, when they had Garrett Cole, this team quite possibly had the best starting rotation in baseball. They lost Garrett Cole. They still have one of the best starting rotations in baseball. Baltimore, we knew their weakness was going to be their starting pitching the entire season. Young team, and they have a lot of power, a lot of potential, but they gotta keep the runs down that they're giving up. They're averaging 4 runs a game, hitting 223, 33 home runs, 15 steals, giving up 5.37 runs per game. And looking at our pitching matchup that we're going to have here, you have the veteran, the left-handed pitcher, Carlos Rodon, going 3-3 record, 3.5 ERA, 36 innings, 45 strikeouts this season. This guy is lining them up, striking them out. We know that he's usually up and down. He had some pretty good starts this season. Then he had a little bit of about a 2-start rough run there, but he's gotten things back on track. He's a guy that's really going to have to step up massively for the Yankees this season without Garrett Cole. And then for Baltimore, you have Kyle Gibson starting for his career 4.5 ERA. This is actually going to be his first start of the 2025 season. might be a little rusty here. Yankees might be due for some home runs, and we know Aaron Judge hits the Orioles very well. Give me the Yankees to win this one, to cover the spread, and we're going to go with the over. And next, what's setting up to be a really fun game at 6:40 p.m., we have the 17-12 Chicago Cubs. What a team this is. This team, they might not have the best pitching, but they have one of the best, if not the best, offense in baseball right now. They'll be visiting the 11-18 Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates, they don't have the best record, but they are a very competitive team. A lot of 1-2 loss games, so they keep the scores really close. They keep it within striking distance. Right now, the Cubs a 57.7% chance to win this one. Pittsburgh a 42.3% chance to win. Chicago 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Cubs are minus 155. The Pirates are plus 130. Chicago comes in. They are hitting homers. They're being aggressive on the base paths. They lead baseball in steals. They're going to be led by Tucker hitting 289, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, leading the way for the Cubs. They're averaging 5.9 runs a game, hitting 260, 38 home runs, 44 steals. Very, very aggressive team, swinging and stealing, giving up 4.24 runs per game. For Pittsburgh, they're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 224, 23 home runs, 35 steals. They're also aggressive on the bases, trying to generate as many runs as possible, giving up 3.98 runs per game. And looking at our pitching matchup, you have Imanga right now going for the Cubs. This guy came out of nowhere last season, first year in the majors, coming over from Japan. He went 15-3 with a 2.91 ERA. He's definitely picked up where he left off last year. 2-1 record, 3.18 ERA, 34 home runs, 27 steals. He has given up 7 home runs. He has to keep the ball in the ballpark here. Thankfully for him, Pittsburgh doesn't have the most power. And then for Pittsburgh, you have Andrew Heaney going, what a start for him this season. 2-1 record, 1.72 ERA, 31.1 innings, 31 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up for his career. He's in the 4s ERA-wise, but you can't knock him. He's playing really good baseball this season, but give me the Cubs, the more consistent team, the better overall pitcher here. Cubs win this one. They cover the spread, but I'm actually going to go with the under this game. And then at 6:40 p.m., we also have another NL Central matchup. We have the 12-17 St. Louis Cardinals. They give up some runs. This team also has a very consistent offense. They'll be facing off versus the 16-13 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds right now sitting at second place in the NL Central. The Reds a 64.4% chance to win this game. Very heavy favorites here. They are such heavy favorites that it kind of makes this game a little scary. Right now, St. Louis a 35.6% chance to win. You have the Reds coming in here, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 9.5 for St. Louis. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 265, 24 home runs, 23 steals. They have a lot of really good hitters. Herrera, Donovan, Nothbar, Nolan Arenado. A lot of production there, a lot of promise hitting-wise, giving up 4.36 runs per game. And for Cincinnati, this is a team started out the season really slow, having a lot of issues scoring runs. The last 2 weeks, they've completely turned that around. Right now, Luck's hitting 352, Hayes is hitting 365, and then you have Dela Cruz hitting 270 with 5 home runs. As a team, they're averaging 5.4 runs a game, hitting 254, 32 home runs, 30 steals, very balanced on offense, giving up 3.46 runs per game. And looking at our pitching matchup, you have Mikolas right now going for St. Louis, 5.7 ERA, 23.2 innings, 13 strikeouts. He has not given up any home runs so far, keeping the ball in the ballpark, but he's still giving up some runs. And then you have Brady Singer right now going for Cincinnati, 4-0 record. The guy has no losses so far, 3.62 ERA, 27.1 innings, 32 strikeouts. He's striking out a lot of guys. St. Louis, they're a very aggressive swing in the bat. He might be able to make a miss, but you have to take St. Louis very serious here. They have the offense to be able to make this game very competitive, but give me Cincinnati to still pull off a close one, a 1-run win. So I'm still going to go with the plus 1.5 here, and I'm going to go with the under. And then moving over to the NL East at 6:45 p.m., we have the 13-16 Washington Nationals. This is one of those teams, they lose some games, but a very competitive team. They've been hovering around 500 the entire season. They'll be facing off versus the 15-13 Philadelphia Phillies. Right now, Washington, they're third in the NL East. Philadelphia second in the NL East. Looking at Washington, they have a 37.3% chance to win this game. The Phillies is 62.7% chance. The Phillies 1.5 run favorites. Everyone here is 8.5. The Phillies, they're minus 190. The Nationals are plus 160. Washington, very competitive offense. but they give up a lot of runs. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 238, 29 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 4.61 runs per game. The Phillies, when you look at this team on paper, one of the best overall rosters in baseball. A lot of people picking this team to win the NL East, potentially go to and maybe even win the World Series. This team has a lot of great hitters. Once they get Harper going, this team's going to be really good. And they also one of the best, if not quite possibly when they're pitching well, the best pitching staff in baseball right now. They're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting 249, 22 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 4.11 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup, we have Mackenzie Gore right now going for Washington, 2-3 record, 3.34 ERA, 35 innings, 53 strikeouts. This guy is striking out a lot of pitchers. Right now, he's on pace for over 300 strikeouts. So you know he's obviously having a really good season. And then you have the veteran himself, Zach Wheeler, going. One of the more underappreciated pitchers in baseball. When this guy's pitching well, he has Cy Young caliber stuff. 2-1 record, 3.62 ERA, 37.1 innings, 50 strikeouts as well. Also on pace for just under 300 strikeouts. Give me the Phillies to pull off the win here. I love Zach Wheeler. This guy's dealing right now. I have them winning this one, covering the spread, and we're going to go with the over this game. And then moving back over to the American League at 7:05 p.m., the 14-15 Kansas City Royals, if they can ever get their offense going, this is going to be a really good team because they actually have pretty good pitching. They'll be facing off versus the 500, the 14-14 Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, the Rays at home, if you want to call Steinbrenner Field home, they have a 63% chance to win this game. KC, a 37% chance. The Rays, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. Tampa Bay, they're minus 155. The Royals are plus 130. KC comes in with one of the worst offenses in baseball, averaging 3.1 runs per game, hitting 225, 13 home runs, 20 steals. But the pitching has been on point the entire season, giving up 3.39 runs per game. Tampa Bay, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 253. They're having no issues getting guys on base. They're having no issues scoring runs because they're very aggressive on the bases. They have 25 home runs, 33 steals, giving up 3.45 runs per game. Also a pretty solid pitching staff. Looking at our starting pitching, we have Michael Lorenzen right now going for KC. This season, 3.9 ERA, 2-3 overall record, 27.2 innings, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, 24 hits, only 3 home runs given up. And then you have Taj Bradley right now going for Tampa Bay, 2-1 record, 5.08 ERA. Not the best start for him, but overall he's pretty much right on where his career has been. For his career, a 4.75 ERA. He has 28.1 innings, 27 strikeouts. Give me the upset here. I honestly think this is one of those type of games that's a 50-50 one. It's a pick-em practically. This game could go either way. I'm going to go with KC pulling off the upset here. Going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. And then on the MLB Network at 7:07 p.m., we are actually going to have a really good, really competitive pitching match. We have the 16-14 Boston Red Sox, second in the AL East, versus the 13-15 Toronto Blue Jays, who are fourth in the AL East. Right now, the Boston Red Sox, a 62.6% chance to win this one on the road. Toronto, a 37.4%. Boston is the favorite here, Vegas-wise. 1.5 run favorites over here. 7.5 Boston. They're minus 160. The Blue Jays are plus 135. This game is going to be decided mainly around pitching. Boston comes in, they're averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting 249, 33 home runs, 34 steals. Very balanced team, very aggressive team. This is one of those teams that a lot of people were also picking as one of the underdogs to compete in the East, but also maybe in the playoffs and the World Series. They're giving up 4.04 runs per game. Toronto, this team has a lot of power, has a lot of potential power. They're just not hitting the ball right now. They're not really hitting home runs. But when you look at this lineup there's a lot of potential production there. You have Santander, Springer, Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr. They're just not getting everyone on the same page at the same time right now. They're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 240, 15 home runs, 19 steals. They got to get those home runs up. They have to be more aggressive swinging the bats. They're giving up 4.06 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup, this is where it gets really interesting. We have Garrett Crochet right now going for the Red Sox. This guy came over from Chicago. When he's pitching, he's their ace. He's that guy that they need to get them back on track. He has a 2-2 record, 1.95 ERA, 37 innings, 44 strikeouts, only 1 home run giving up. He's pitching really good. Pitching follows with you on the road. And then you have Bowden Francis going for Toronto, 3.58 ERA, 27.2 innings, 22 strikeouts, 6 home runs giving up. He is a little susceptible to the long ball. Boston's been hitting home runs. Give me Boston to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And then also on the MLB Network at 7:10 p.m., the 15-13 Arizona Diamondbacks. The team is really good, especially on offense this season. We know pitching was going to be where they were having to develop. They are pitching a lot better. That offense has continued to score runs the last three seasons. Right now they have a 42.3% chance to win this game, facing off versus the 20-9 New York Mets, coming off of a complete curb stomping of the Nationals last night. Right now the Mets a 57.7% chance to win here. They are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Mets come in here, they're minus 150. The Diamondbacks are plus 125, but you have to give the Diamondbacks credit. This team can score. If the Mets pitcher, if he's off at all, there's going to be hell to pay. Right now, the Diamondbacks are averaging 5.4 runs a game, hitting .245, 40 home runs. They are top 5 in total home runs right now. 25 steals, giving up 4.38 runs per game. They're going to be led by Naylor, Suarez, Carroll. A lot of productive bats there, but the Mets are actually starting to score some runs. Throughout the opening of the season, it was mainly Lindor, Soto, Alonso. But the rest of that batting order, the other 6 guys have really started to get hot the last week. Right now, the Mets are averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting .236, 25 home runs, 17 steals. They still have the number 1 pitching staff in baseball statistically, giving up 2.53 runs per game. That's the number 1 starting pitching ERA. That's the number 1 bullpen ERA. So this team is going to live and die by their pitching staff. Looking at our pitching matchup, we have Eduardo Rodriguez going for the Diamondbacks. 1-2 record, 4.4 ERA this season for his career, 4.1. He has 28.2 innings, 34 strikeouts. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark. The Mets right now, they're going with David Peterson. He's one of those guys. Number 1 ERA second half of last season in all of baseball. He has high highs, he has low lows. When he's on, he is on. When he's off, he gets shelled, and he throws way too many pitches, and he's out by the 4th inning. This season, he's pretty much been on the entire season. 1-1 record, 3.29 ERA, 27.1 innings, 28 strikeouts. This is a very competitive game here because both teams are evenly matched. Both teams are playoff caliber teams. Give me the Mets at home to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over this game. And guys, just as a heads up, if my sound sounds a little different today, I'm actually recording this video on vacation, so the acoustics are just a little bit different, but things will be back to normal tomorrow. The next game we're looking at 7:40 p.m., the 14-15 Milwaukee Brewers. This team gives up a lot of runs, but they do score some runs as well. They'll be facing off versus the 7-21 Chicago White Sox. This team lost 121 games last year. 121. They're not going to be that bad this season. They will be improved. But let's call it what it is. They are still going to be bad. Right now, the White Sox, a 36% chance to win this game. Milwaukee, 64% chance to win. Milwaukee comes in 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. You have the Brewers, they're minus 235. The White Sox are plus 195. Milwaukee, they're averaging 5 runs a game, hitting 249, 26 home runs, 37 steals. This team steals a lot of bases. They play small ball, and that is smart ball. They know how to generate runs. They're giving up 4.16 runs per game. The White Sox, they're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 211, 22 home runs, 20 steals, hitting about 4.13 runs per game. The teams are pretty evenly matched pitching-wise. Batting order-wise, you have to give the edge to the Brewers. And you also probably have to give them the pitching edge here. They have Freddie Peralta going. This guy's a very consistent pitcher throughout his career. 2-2 record this season, 2.43 ERA, 33.1 innings, 36 strikeouts, only 3 home runs given up. This guy's been having a good season. He's going to be facing off versus Bryce Wilson for the White Sox. 4.3 ERA this season, 14.2 innings, 10 strikeouts. He's given up 4 home runs in 14 innings. That's not sitting very well right now. Give me Milwaukee to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And then at 8:05 p.m., we have the 15-14 Athletics sitting at 4th in the AL West. This is a team that hits a lot of home runs. You have to respect their power. If you are off at all, they're going to make you pay via the long ball. They'll be facing off versus the 15-14 Texas Rangers, who are now 2nd in the AL West. I did pick the Athletics to beat the Rangers in a very close, low-scoring game last night. That is exactly what happened. Can the Athletics take another game from the Rangers? They have a 36.1% chance to win. Texas, a 63.9% chance to win. Texas comes in 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. They are minus 205. The Athletics are plus 170. Texas, when you look at this lineup has a lot of promise. They were supposed to be an offensively led team with a pitching improvement over last season. It's actually been the other way. The offense has been very slow to get started. Pitching has been what has been guiding this team. But when you look at Seager and company, this offense has a lot of potential here. When they get hot, they're going to start carrying this team. The Athletics, a lot of power. They're averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting 252, 38 home runs. That puts them in the top 5 in home runs. Only 9 steals, giving up 4.46 runs a game. But Rangers, 3-point runs per game. 225 average, 30 home runs, 24 steals, giving up 3.22 runs per game. It's all going to be about pitching for the Athletics. They have Jacob Lopez going. He only has 4.1 innings this season, 5 strikeouts, 3 home runs, 3 walks, almost a walk per inning. He's only pitched 4 innings this season. We haven't seen that much of him. He might be a little rusty. He's going off against one of the best to ever throw a baseball, Jacob deGrom. 0-1 record, 3.33 ERA, 27 innings, 26 strikeouts. But we all know who deGrom is, 2-time Cy Young winner, pitching really well right now. The big question is, can the Rangers finally give this guy some run production? He's never had run production his entire career, even dating back to the Mets. But I make no secret of it, he is my favorite pitcher. I'm going to roll with deGrom to get his first win of the season here to dominate, rack up some strikeouts. The Rangers win, they cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. A lower scoring game, but the Rangers play well. Our next game, an under-the-radar, really good pitching matchup at 8:10 p.m. The 18-11 Detroit Tigers. What a start to the season for this team. They've come out of nowhere. They have one of the best offenses in baseball. They have the number 2 or 3 overall pitching statistical team in baseball as well. They can beat you multiple ways. They have power. They have great pitching. They'll be facing off versus the 15-13 Houston Astros. The Astros slowly chipped their way back to 500, and then they are 2 games over 500. They were the underdogs last night. I said they were going to upset Detroit. They did indeed upset the Tigers. Right now they have a 51.4% chance to win this game. The Tigers a 48.6%, but the Tigers are the Vegas picks. They're 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Detroit comes into this game. They're going to be minus 110. The Astros are also minus 110. So you see how close this game is. It's practically a 50-50 pick 'em. Right now the Tigers are averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 247, 27 home runs, 11 steals. It's that pitching though, only giving up 2.8 runs per game. Elite level pitching here, but Houston, they're pretty much right there with them. They're averaging 3.7 runs a game. That number's slowly starting to come up. Hitting has been slow to come by this season. Jose Altuve, he's been very consistent. Once they get Alvarez going, he's that foundational piece that can carry this team. They're averaging 3.7 runs a game, hitting 231, 21 home runs, 20 steals, giving up 3.18 runs per game. That's why this game is always going to come down to pitching between these two teams. We have Reese Olson, the young guy, his 3rd season. He's going to be getting the nod for the Tigers. 3-1 record, 3.29 ERA, 27.1 innings, 25 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up. He's going to be facing off versus Ryan Gusto, 3-1 record, 2.78 ERA, 22.2 innings, 23 strikeouts, only 2 home runs given up. That's why this game is so hard to call. I personally will not be calling this game. I would not bet on this game because I could flip a coin. Either one of these teams is going to win this matchup. I picked Houston to win it last night. Can they pull off back-to-back upset wins here versus the Tigers? I'm going to go with them doing it. I have that to be Astros winning a really close one, like a 3-2, 4-2 type game, going with the plus 1.5, going with the under. But it's going to be a close game. And at 8:40 p.m., we have the 13-15 Atlanta Braves facing off versus the 4-24 Colorado Rockies. It is what it is. The Rockies are the worst team in baseball. It's not close. The Braves started out 0-7. I told everyone, do not panic. This team's going to get hot. This is a very talented roster. This is a roster that is easily playoff capable. They are a World Series type roster. You got to respect this team. Since they went 0-7, they've now gone 13-8. Their last 21 games are on a roll right now. They have a 67.6% chance to win this one. Colorado a 32.4. The Braves 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 10.5. Vegas sees some runs being scored. Right now, Atlanta, they're minus 220. The Rockies are plus 165. The Braves come in with their offense. They're averaging 4.1 runs a game, hitting 241, 35 home runs, A lot of power here. 15 steals, giving up 4.42 runs per game. Pitching has to improve, though, if they want to be competitive versus the better teams. And for Colorado, driving 3.3 runs a game, hitting 213, 23 home runs, 14 steals, giving up 5.33 runs per game. Really bad pitching here. Colorado, very difficult place to pitch as well. Right now for the pitching matchups, the Braves, we don't have a starter as of me recording this video. That is undecided. Will it matter here versus Colorado? Potentially. For Colorado, they have Herman Marquez going 0-4 record, 9.3 ERA, 20.1 innings, 14 strikeouts, 11 walks, 30 hits. Say no more. Give me the Braves to win this one. No matter who starts, could even be a bullpen game. Braves win it. They cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under here. I hate those massive overs. And then at 9:40 p.m., also another really difficult game, but this game's going to be fun. If you have the chance to watch it, definitely tune in here. We're going to have the 19-10 San Francisco Giants. This team is 19-10, first place in the NLS versus the 17-11 San Diego Padres, who are third in the NLS. Padres used to be first. They've lost a couple games here, slid back, but that just lets you know how deep, how competitive the NLS is. It is by far right now the best division in Major League Baseball. Right now, San Francisco have 46.4% chance to win this game. San Diego a 53.6% chance to win this game. This game is really close, very competitive. The Giants, they can hit the ball, they can steal bases, they have power, they can pitch. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 229, 28 home runs, 20 steals, giving up 3.4 runs a game. San Diego, one of the best top-to-bottom rosters in baseball. Pitching has been great so far. The number 2 pitching staff in baseball, just behind the Mets. Hitting has been a little slow to come by, but we know Machado, Tatis, they have a lot of great hitters. Tatis has been going off so far this season. 346 average, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. They're averaging 3.8 runs a game. They just got to get that number up a little bit. You have to at least be in the 4s. They're hitting 255, 24 home runs, 26 steals. They're giving up 2.82 runs per game. Elite level pitching, and that's exactly what we're going to see this game. One of the best pitching matchups, the best pitching matchup of the day. We have Logan Webb, career 3.33 ERA. This season he has a 3-1 record, 1.98 ERA, 36.1 innings, 44 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up. That's good stuff right there. He's going to be facing Nick Pivetta right now for the Padres, 4-1 record, 1.2 ERA, 30 innings, 30 strikeouts, also only 1 home run given up. Both of these guys sub 2 ERAs for both of them. This game's going to be competitive. Probably going to be a lower scoring game. That's why the over-under here is 6.5. San Francisco is 1.5 run favorites. This game could honestly go either way. It's going to be close no matter what the outcome is. But I'm going to go with the Giants having just enough with their offense to pull off the win here, to cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the over. In our second to last game at 9:40, we have the 12-15 LA Angels here. A lot of power on this team. Pitching has been lacking. They'll be facing off versus the 16-12 Seattle Mariners. This team's been playing really good baseball the last 2 weeks. Once they get Rodriguez going, he's that guy that can carry this team. But as of right now, Raleigh right now with 10 home runs, 17 RBIs, they're doing just fine. Seattle, they have a 69.7% chance to win this game. They're first in the AL West. The Angels a 30.3% chance to win this game. They're averaging 3.7 runs a game, hitting 212, 39 home runs. Like I said, this team has a lot of power. They just have to have consistent power. 13 steals, 4.75 runs a game. The Mariners right now, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 7.5. Seattle comes in. They are minus 175. The Angels are plus 145. Seattle, they have a great offense. 4.9 runs a game. They're hitting the ball. They're stealing the ball. They're doing whatever they have to do to get guys home. 237 average, 42 home runs, 35 steals, 3.79 ERA. Looking at our pitching matchup for this game, we're going to have, I can never say this guy's name, Jack Kakanowitz. That's the wrong pronunciation, but you know who I'm talking about. 1-3 record, 5.47 ERA, 26.1 innings, only 13 strikeouts. That is not going to cut it in 2025 Major League Baseball. Yeah, got to get more strikeouts than that. And then you have Bryce Miller going for the Mariners. 1-3 record, 4.2 ERA, 25.2 innings, 25 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up. Struggling with walks, but at least he's somewhat keeping those guys from scoring. He has the offense to back him up. But if he's off, the Angels and their power can make guys pay. They don't even have Trout playing great baseball right now. Once he gets going, he's going to provide that spark to the offense. But at least they hit home runs If he leaves the ball out over the plate, they're going to knock it out of the park. But let me have Seattle win this game, covering the spread, going with the over. And our final game we have at 10 p.m. on the MLB Network, the 12-15 Miami Marlins, an under-the-radar competitive team here versus the 18-10 LA Dodgers. The Dodgers have shown themselves to be mortal. When you look at this roster, they have the best top-to-bottom roster in baseball. Hitting, pitching. The big issue, though, is having everyone playing well at the same time and everyone being healthy. This team has been completely decimated by injuries. They 15 to 17 guys on the DL right now. That is decimating this team, especially pitching-wise. But right now the Dodgers, even though they are mortal, very talented. 69.9% chance to win this game. Miami, a 30.1% chance. The Dodgers come in 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. LA, they're minus 185. The Marlins are plus 155. Really, the Marlins getting no respect here because we don't even know as of right now who's supposed to pitch for the Dodgers, and yet still they're massive favorites. The Marlins come in, they're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting .256, 24 home runs, 22 steals, giving up 5.32 runs per game. Pitching has just been pathetic so far this season. Right now the Dodgers are averaging 4.8 runs a game, hitting .239, 45 home runs. That's up there. 13 steals, 3.79 ERA for the team. But the big question mark, like I said, was we don't know who's going to be pitching for the Dodgers. The starting rotation decimated. The bullpen decimated. They are still good enough to beat the Marlins and beat the Marlins handedly, but I hate going into games blind. And for Miami, we have Sandy Alcantara going. This is a Cy Young pitcher. Not the best start to the season for him, but we know what he's capable of, and he's going to be on the trading block at the midpoint. He's got to start pitching a little better. 2-2 record, 6.56 ERA, 23.1 innings, 17 strikeouts, 12 walks, giving up too many hits, giving up too many walks, but still pitching overall for his career. We know what this guy's capable of, but will he be able to beat the depleted Dodgers? It's one of those games you got to keep around here because the Dodgers obviously are so talented, but they're so decimated. Can the Marlins steal one here? Give me the Marlins to pull off the upset, going with the plus 1.5. Call me crazy. I'm going to go with the under this game. Guys, it's just our quick predictions and best bets for all of our baseball games we have coming up for Tuesday, April 29th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below, and I will respond. If you want to join our members, click the link pinned in the comments. Thank you.